Good evening. Welcome to the Cerritos Planning Commission meeting for Wednesday, October 2nd, 2024. I call the meeting to order. I would like to do the Pledge of Allegiance, and I'll ask Commissioner Gandhi to lead us.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, Commissioner Gandhi. Vice Chair Gandhi. Okay, so let's move on to roll call, please.
Thank you. Good evening, Chair. Roll call, please. Commission Member Byrd,
Present.
Commissioner Javeri,
Present.
Commissioner Polito,
Present.
Vice Chair Gandhi,
Present.
and Chair Gilheist.
Present.
All commissioners noted present for the record. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Now we'll move on to public comments and suggestions. This section is reserved for public comment on consent calendar and items not listed on the agenda, but that are within the subject matter jurisdiction of the commission. Your comments will be limited to 3 minutes per speaker, and it can be extended subject to the chair to maximum 5 minutes per speaker. If you would like to speak on something tonight that's under this topic, please step to the microphone and share your name. So the public comments are open. Okay, seeing no one step forward, I'll close the public comments and we'll move on to the consent calendar. Item 5A, which is the approval of the minutes. I'm looking for a motion to approve the minutes for Wednesday, September 4th, 2024, 7 p.m. Planning Commission meeting.
I make a motion.
Do I have a second?
I'll second it.
Okay, so we have the motion to approve the minutes from the September 4th, 2024 meeting by Commissioner Javari and seconded by Commissioner Gandhi.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I'll go ahead and activate the electronic voting. Commissioners now may place their vote. All votes in, motion passes by a vote of 5-0. Thank you.
All right, thank you. We'll move now to the public hearing section. We're going to start with item 6A. It's the resolution of the Planning Commission approving the Precise Plan 2024-8. Who will be presenting this to us this evening?
Yes, thank you. Good evening, Chair and members of the Planning Commission. Item 6A this evening is consideration of Precise Plan 2024-8, a proposal to construct a first floor addition and a new second floor to an existing single-story residence. Tonight's presentation will be provided by Associate Planner Matre Anthony. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Aguilar. Good evening, Chair and members of the Cerritos Planning Commission. The property owners of 16923 Stowers are requesting the approval of Precise Plan 2024-8 to construct a 517 square foot first floor addition and a new 1,318 square foot second floor to an existing single family home. This is an aerial photo of the subject property, which is generally located west of Marquardt Avenue and south of 166th Street. This is an enlarged aerial view that shows the details of the property. The property is bordered on the north, south, and west by single-family homes. The subject property is bordered on the east by Stowers Avenue, across from which is Gonzalez Elementary. This is a view of the subject property looking west from Stowers Avenue. Here you can see that within the parkway area of the subject property, the landscaping between the subject property and the adjacent neighbor to the north has been removed and filled with concrete. And the street curb has been painted red to prevent cars from parking in the area between the subject property and the driveway to the north. As a result, project-specific condition number 42 has been added to require the removal of the existing concrete installed in the parkway and restore this area with living organic plant material. And project-specific condition number 40 of approval number 43 has also been added to require the applicant to remove the red colored paint on the street curb and restore the curb to its natural unpainted condition. This is a view of the unpermitted rooftop air conditioning looking southwest in the backyard. As a result of the construction of the new second floor, this unit will be removed and a new ground-mounted unit air conditioning system is proposed in the rear yard. This is a proposed site plan. As previously mentioned, the applicants are proposing to construct a 517 square foot first floor addition and a new 1,318 square foot second floor to an existing single-family residence. This is the adjacent neighbor plan. The homes to the north and south of the subject property are two-story residences, both with existing second-floor windows that do not align with any of the proposed second-floor windows of the subject property. The home to the west of the subject property is a single-story residence. Therefore, any possible privacy issues arising from the placement of windows have been mitigated through the project's existing conditions and project design. This is the proposed first floor plan. The first floor will be expanded and remodeled to have an open concept. When completed, the first floor will have a living room, a dining room, a family room, a kitchen, a bedroom with a bathroom, and a powder room. The new second floor will include a master bedroom with a master bathroom and a walk-in closet, 2 additional bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, a loft, and a balcony. This is the proposed front elevation of the residence will be finished with Eldorado white-colored smooth stucco and Eldorado white-colored trim. The front elevation will feature Boulder Creek stone veneer and mountain blend, which will wrap around the sides elevations along the areas that are publicly visible. This is the rear elevation. The roof of the residence will be covered with dark charcoal concrete tile. The rear and side elevations will feature an architectural band to break up the massing of the home. This is the south elevation. The windows and doors would be detailed with minimum 5-inch stucco trim. All exterior colors and materials will be subject to the approval of the Department of Community Development to ensure that these elements complement the entire house and the surrounding neighborhoods. This is the north elevation, which features the same architectural enhancement found on the other elevation. The designer has prepared a color palette and material board for the Planning Commission's review, which is provided for you at the dais. This concludes my presentation. Staff recommends that the Planning Commission approve Precise Plan 2024-8, subject to all the conditions of approval contained in the report. This project is categorically exempt from CEQA review. To date, staff has not received any comments as a result of public hearing notice. Tonight, the designer and homeowner are in the audience, and at this time, staff is available to answer any questions that the Planning Commission may have. Thank you.
Thank you for the report. Do we have any questions or comments from the, okay, go ahead.
Thank you very much. Just a quick question for clarification. On the picture of the front of the house, I see a piece of grass to the neighbor's side, but there is a requirement to remove the walkway. Is that what you're trying, the requirement is?
You're referring to the parkway in this area.
Right.
They're going to be required to restore their side of the parkway only to meet the municipal code requirements.
If I may, Vice Chair Gandhi, the City of Cerritos requires that parkway areas, essentially the areas in between the sidewalk, and the public street contain living organic plant material. At some point, that living organic plant material was removed and concreted. And so as a condition of approval for the project before you today, it would be for the applicant homeowner to restore that back to living organic plant material.
Very good. Thank you so much.
Commissioner Byrd? Commissioner Polito? I do have a question. So we're, as a condition of approval, going to ask that the homeowners remove the red paint. Only on their part or the whole curb? Because it looks like it crosses the property line.
It does cross the property line. We're asking them to restore the curb to the original natural condition all the way across in this particular scenario because it was painted without permission
Okay.
from the Public Works Department.
Do we know who painted it?
I do not know who painted it.
Okay. But either way, I mean, it's not supposed to be there, and so we got to follow the rules. So we're going to ask for the restoring to the
Yes.
natural state. Perfect. That's great. Thank you. Okay, so I should open this to public comments. Is there anyone in the audience that would like to come up and speak specifically about this agenda item? If so, please approach the stand and say your name. Okay, seeing that no one has approached, I'm going to close the public comments on this item and ask the commission for a motion.
I'll make a motion to approve.
Second.
Okay, thank you. So we have a motion to approve the consideration and waive the full reading and adopt a resolution of the Cerritos Planning Commission approving the precise plan 2024-8. It was motioned by Commissioner Gandhi and seconded by Commissioner Byrd. Can we have a vote, please?
Yes, thank you, Chair Gilheis. Commissioners may now vote. All votes in, motion carries by a vote of 5-0.
Are the homeowners for this property in the, it's your home, beautiful plans, looks like it's going to be great. Thank you for making your home better. It makes our city better. So congratulations. Okay, we will move on to item 6B, which is the consideration to waive the full reading and adopt a resolution of the Cerritos Planning Commission approving Precise Plan 2024-9. It's a proposal by the residential property owners to construct a first and second floor addition to an existing two-story residence at 19919 Ray Circle. I would like to state that I am not within the 500 feet, but for people that know me, I live in that neighborhood tract just down at the other end. So I just wanted to make sure that we have reviewed and we know I'm not in the 500 feet. Okay, so who will be given the presentation tonight?
Thank you, Chair, and thank you also for stating that for the record. You are correct. As you do not live within 500 feet of the subject property, you do not need to recuse yourself. So the presentation this evening for item 6B, Precise Plan 2024-9, will be provided by Senior Planner Jeremy Lowe.
Thank you, Ms. Aguila. Good evening, Chair and members of the Cerritos Planning Commission. The property owners of 19919 Ray Circle are requesting approval of Precise Plan 2024-9 to construct a 301 square foot first floor addition and a 729 square foot second floor addition to an existing single family residence. This is an aerial photo of the subject property, which is generally located east of Pioneer Boulevard and north of Del Amo Boulevard. This is an enlarged aerial view that shows the details of the property. The property is bordered on the north, south, and west by single-family homes. The subject property is bordered on the east by Ray Circle, across which are also single-family homes. This is a view of the front of the existing two-story home looking west from Ray Circle. Staff observed several violations or maintenance issues on the property, which will need to be corrected as part of the project. Here we can see that the driveway width exceeds 25 feet and that there is an existing landscape planter adjacent to the driveway that does not meet city requirements. As part of the proposed project, the existing driveway will be improved with an 18-inch wide planter strip to separate the driveway from the entry walkway. Additionally, the landscape planter adjacent to the driveway will be widened to 4 feet 6 inches, where a minimum 3-foot planter is required. This is another view of the front yard of the subject property looking west from Ray Circle, a little closer to the end of the cul-de-sac. Here, highlighted in red, you can see existing irrigation equipment and wiring on the side of the house, which will be required to be relocated to not be visible, per project-specific condition of approval 44. The photo on the left shows a front yard block wall along the northerly property line, which will be required to be repaired in accordance with project-specific condition of approval 43. The photo on the right shows 2 air conditioning units mounted to the southerly side of the residence and on the second floor, which will be required to be removed in accordance with project-specific condition of approval 45. Not pictured is a 3rd air conditioning unit mounted on the rear of the residence, which will also be subject to this condition. This is the proposed site plan showing the adjacent neighboring residences. As mentioned, the applicants are proposing to add 301 square feet to the first floor and 729 square feet to the second floor. As proposed and conditioned, the project will meet all setback and lot coverage requirements. The homes to the south and north of the subject property are 2-story residences with existing second-floor windows that do not align with any proposed second-floor windows of the subject property. The home to the west is a 2-story residence with an existing second-floor window that aligns with a proposed second-floor window. Project-specific condition of approval 42 has been added to require relocation of the proposed second-floor window to the southerly elevation. This requirement was conveyed to the applicant and agreed to. As such, all privacy issues that may arise from approval of the project will be resolved. This is the proposed first floor plan. The first floor will be expanded and remodeled to enlarge the living room and the kitchen. When completed, the first floor will include a living room, a dining room, a kitchen, a bathroom, and the 2-car garage. This is the proposed second floor plan. The second floor will include a master bedroom, a bathroom, and a walk-in closet, 4 bedrooms, and a bathroom. This is the proposed front elevation. Upon completion, the residence will be finished with white colored stucco to match the existing stucco and will have polar bear white colored James Hardie plank trims and fascia boards. In addition, the front elevation includes decorative James Hardie wood siding as well as a light colored Eldorado stone veneer. This is the rear elevation. All windows and doors will be detailed with a minimum 4-inch wide wood trim. The decorative wood siding will be repeated in the rear roof gables. And then note the offset window layout due to the split level architecture of the structure. This is the north side elevation. The roof will be a charcoal colored asphalt shingle. Wood siding and stone veneer at the front of the front elevation will wrap around and end at the existing chimney. The existing chimney was approved in 1967 with a painted stucco and unpainted brick cap. This is the south side elevation, which features the same architectural enhancements found on the other elevations. The architect has prepared a color palette and material board for the Planning Commission's review, which is provided to you at the dais. All exterior colors and materials will be subject to approval of the Department of the Community Development to ensure that these elements complement the entire house and surrounding homes. This concludes the PowerPoint presentation. Staff recommends that the Planning Commission approve Precise Plan 2024-9, subject to all conditions of approval contained in the report. This project is categorically exempt from CEQA review. To date, staff has not received any comments as a result of the public hearing notice. Tonight, the architect is in the audience, and at this time, staff is available to answer any questions that the commission may have. Thank you.
Thank you for that report. Does the Planning Commission have any questions for the presenter? No? Okay. Vice
Thank
Chair Lundy, go ahead.
So the requirement number 36, I've noticed it's been in pretty much all the plans. And to my understanding, it says you need to have telephone and telephone jacks in all the rooms where you're eating or sleeping. Is this kind of one of those that stayed on because most people don't have regular phone lines anymore?
Yes, so this is part of the city's standard conditions of approval, which are applied to all residential projects. I believe is, a remnant of a previous, requirements for houses with phone lines.
Okay, thank you.
Commissioner Byrd?
Yeah, most of those houses built in that time frame have aluminum wiring, right? So does the city require that an upgrade and or replacement of on the existing house?
Generally, applicants are not required to upgrade, telephone lines or internet. That's not a requirement for residences. Generally, residences require bathing facilities and cooking facilities and sleeping facilities only. So that'll be up to the applicant.
Thank you.
Commissioner Polito? Commissioner Javari? Okay, I actually do have a question. I was looking through the pictures and you showed that low, it's in the front yard, the fence, the fence, but the brick wall with the, so we're requiring that to be fixed. What is the maximum height of a front yard fence that we approve?
Yeah, that would be 30 inches. If it was at a corner lot, it would be even lower, but in this instance, it would be 30 inches.
Okay, and is that, if it was 30 inches of the cinder block, it'd be okay, or is there a material requirement?
It just references walls, but generally walls on property lines are block walls.
Okay. So it's also going to have, I think I saw in the notes that it's going to have like forced heating and air now instead of the units that are sticking out of the walls.
Correct. There will be a standard condenser unit ground mounted at the rear of the property.
Okay, yeah, I thought I saw that in the plans. Thank you.
Welcome.
If there's no further questions, I'll open the public comments. If anyone would like to come and speak about this item on the agenda, please step forward and state your name.
How you doing? My name is Vicente. I'm the designer on the project, and just touching on the air conditioning, we will be upgrading that to more of a advanced heat pump unit for more efficiency. So, and on behalf of the owners, they couldn't make it because of work obligations,
Sure.
but I'm here to speak on their behalf. So,
Okay.
thank you. Thank you for your time.
Great, thank you. Appreciate it. If there's no further comments, I'll close the public comments on this agenda item and ask the commission for a motion.
So moved.
Second.
Okay, so I have a motion to approve consideration and waive the full reading and adopt a resolution of the Cerritos Planning Commission approving Precise Plan 2024-9, a proposal by the residential property owners to construct a first and second floor addition to an existing two-story residence at 19919 Ray Circle in Cerritos. The motion was presented by Commissioner Byrd and seconded by Commissioner Javari. Can we have a vote, please?
Yes, thank you, Madam Chair. Members of the commission may now electronically place their vote. All votes in, motion passes by a vote of 5-0. Thank you.
Thank you. Great design. It looks good. I'm excited to see it. That. I'm down on Norwalk, so it'll be nice to see that. Thank you. Okay, with that, we'll move to reports. Item 7A, reports from the designated commission liaison.
Good evening, members of the Planning Commission. This evening, I'm honored to introduce you all and those watching at home to the City of Cerritos' new Director of Public Works, Alvin Papa. As the Commission knows, a lot of the projects that come before you are a collective collaboration between both the Departments of Public Works and the Department of Community Development. And so, as the Commission is aware, we have representation from both departments at these Planning Commission meetings, representing not only with Miss Mann, who you've met before, but we do have the new Public Works Director, Alvin Papa, and I'll turn it over to him if you'd like to say a few words to the Commission. Thank you.
Yes, Madam Chair, members of the Planning Commission, just want to say it's an honor to be here. I'm so grateful to have been hired as the Director of Public Works for the City of Cerritos. So a little bit about myself. Have over 25 years of experience in engineering and public works. I started my career in San Diego early on. Eventually, I worked my way to Orange County and LA. Most recently, I was at the City of Huntington Beach as Deputy Director of Public Works. And prior to that, I was city engineer for the City of Long Beach. So I've worked in 3 different counties. I've worked for small, medium, large-sized cities. I'd like to end my career in a medium-sized city. And Cerritos is very special. It's got a unique feel. It's got a look. It's got a great reputation, an amazing aesthetic, a lot of cultural amenities. And I'm really honored to be part of such an exceptional team. Great city manager, great executive team, and council, and the committees have been very supportive. So thank you for having me. Also, I'd like to, express my gratitude and thanks to Ms. Amandeep Mann. We haven't had a director for a while, and it's my understanding that she's been helping to hold it down over at Public Works. So thank you, Amandeep. And with that, thank you, Kristen, for the warm introduction, and looking forward to serving the city.
Great, thank you. Congratulations and welcome to the city and welcome to our team.
Thank you.
No other items to report this evening. Thank you.
Okay, with that, we'll move to the reports from the Planning Commission members. Commissioner Byrd, do you have anything? Commissioner Javari, do you have anything? I know you do. I'm excited to hear about it.
So before you ask me anything, I'm going to say that. So just wanted to remind the residents of Cerritos and all those who are viewing this that we are 17 days away. Saturday, October 19th, we'll be celebrating Diwali at the Don Kanabi Regional Park here in Cerritos, of course. It's going to be from 4 p.m. to 10 p.m. We're going to have food, entertainment, and shopping. So don't miss it. We'll see you there. Thank you.
Thank you. Commissioner Polito?
Thank you, Chair Gil-Heiss. First of all, I wanted to congratulate Mr. Papa for joining the city staff. Wanted to wish you the best of luck as you're in your new capacity here at the city. And then secondly, I just wanted to share the sad news that my mother passed away on September 12th. She was a Cerritos resident and lived to be 82 years old. Wanted to thank Council Member Frank Yokoyama for acknowledging her and my family at last month's City Council meeting, and to our staff here for expressing their condolences by sending a card, and to friends who have reached out to express their sympathy. My mother immigrated to the U.S., specifically to Hollywood in 1964. She married my dad in 1966 and moved to Cerritos in 1979 when I was in 6th grade. Her and my dad loved this community and raised me and my 4 siblings here, and wanted to live their twilight years in this community. like any parent who expresses unconditional love for their child into adulthood, she made sure to tune into these meetings monthly. And I just wanted to dedicate this meeting to her and to humbly request to adjourn this meeting in her memory. Thank you.
Thank you. Commissioner Gandhi?
Thank you, Chair. My condolences to Commissioner Pulido for the loss and to the entire family. So on behalf of all of us here, we express our condolences. I also wanted to welcome Mr. Papa to the winning team here. I'm sure you'll do perfectly fine here. This is a great team in a great city. So welcome. For the 19th, yeah, I'm excited to be there for the event at the regional park. It was also brought to my attention that on the 20th, there's another Diwali event at the mall, at the Cerritos Mall. So it's going to be quite a celebration. I hope everybody participates and enjoys it. And that's all I have.
Okay, sorry about that. I was trying to get some information from down here. So, yeah, I just have a few comments. We come here monthly and do our part and volunteer for the city. But we are still friends and colleagues. You have our deepest sympathies and condolences for your loss. And so I had other things I was going to say, but I think it's more appropriate to just say that I'm going to adjourn this meeting since we have no other business. You are a legacy to your mom, and you're a great woman. So that speaks to who she was. So with that, I adjourn this meeting in the memory of Loretta Perales. Meeting is adjourned.